Ladies and gentlemen, the second beautiful and brilliant game, the round number 1 Uzchess Cup 2025 is continued. And here we have Javokhir Sindarov and Ian Nepomniachtchi's game. Uzbekistan's legend chess player Sindarov Javokhir is going to be playing against another legend and Magnus Carlsen's favorite chess player, Ian Nepomniachtchi. There we go, guys. Ian Nepomniachtchi is playing with the white pieces, and our country mate Javokhir Sindarov is going to be playing against Ian Nepomniachtchi with black pieces. Let's go start the game, guys. Game start was e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. This is the main line, and he goes bishop c4. All right, the main Italian game, like classical Italian game. Here we can say bishop c5, and then here Ian Nepomniachtchi plays c3. This is the favorite, famous line. Everybody plays in this line, like pushing, takes, and giving pressure to the bishop. Black here somewhere plays a5, putting the bishop to this a7 square. This is the theoretical moves from the beginning. All right. First of all, Sindarov Javokhir wanted to develop his last square bishop and plays d6 here. Both side castles. And here, as I've told you guys, Sindarov Javokhir plays a5 here, opening up some space for this dark square bishop, keeping this dark square bishop on this beautiful dark squared file, because it gives, like, always giving pressure to this f2 pawn in the future, developing the knights. But yeah, Sindarov Javokhir plays here b6 instead of bishop to a7. He plays b6 here. Yeah, it's also like reasonable. I just wanted to get out his light square bishop from this e6 square, not now like opening up this pawn structure. First rook e8 somewhere, bishop e6, trading the bishops. I think I got it. There we go. No! Bishop to e6. And after going for these lines, we can see he's challenging to the center. Like the pawn is like under attack here. The reason why white goes for this, and he takes with another knight, not takes with e7 knight. He takes with another knight here, queen to c2 here we can see, and again knight to g6. So the great move at this position was playing d4, and Ian plays it. Ian played this one. Look at this. Sindarov Javokhir is just dancing with his knights here. 2 knight dances. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Knight h4. If you go for this, knight takes h3. First of all, king to h3. King to h2. If you play king to h2, bishop to f5. Bishop to f5. Oh my. Bishop to f5. Attacking. Guarding. Attacking. Oh my goodness. Look at this. What a game. Alright, at this position, Ian Nepomniachtchi plays bishop to g. Just retreating the bishop back to protect this g2 pawn. And yeah, bishop to d5. Look at this. Oh my goodness. 2 sniper bishops. 2 knights. The queen can also join to the party when he removes this knight from the square. All pieces are participating in this attack. That's beautiful. Alright, and here, Ian Nepomniachtchi plays the first brilliant move, rook to e4. Oh my, look at this. If you take the rook, queen takes e4, and there is no attacks. And this is like attack to the pieces. If you play this, your king side has a lot of weaknesses in the future, if you want to guard the pieces. And now you gotta retreat your piece back, or either you can play knight takes f3 here, or either knight to g6. Beautiful and brilliant finding from the Ian Nepomniachtchi. And Sindarov Javokhir takes it, queen takes back, as I've told you guys. And Sindarov Javokhir retreats this h4 knight to this g6 square back. And here bishop to c4, giving pressure to this f7 pawn in the future. c6, discarding this pawn structure. Everything is discarded right now. Ian makes some mistakes, and at this point, Ian Nepomniachtchi made his first blunder. Pawn to g3. It looks like you're just attacking to the knight. There is no way it's a blunder. But here Sindarov Javokhir misses this one. Knight to h3 check what the best option, engine says. King g2. And now knight takes f2. Look at this. It's guarded. And also attacking the queen. You can also retreat this knight back from this g4 square. Just a winning move. Just a winning pawn. But Sindarov Javokhir didn't go for this. He just spent 3 minutes to sink because he was on like running out of time. 17 minutes on his clock. And he played knight to d5. Ian Nepomniachtchi still didn't find the best move and he played bishop to a3, attacking the rook. Rook to e8, like giving pressure to this pawn in the future. And then bishop to d6, guarding this e5 pawn. It looks like everything is like okay, but queen to h3. Black is pushing and giving a lot of pressures here. And white played knight to f1 here, just guarding, protecting this two squares. h2 square and g3 square is now guarded. Here, Sindarov Javokhir started dancing and showing us the brilliancy of chess. Knight to c3, guys. This is the first brilliant move. Knight to c3. He just sacrifices his knight here because he can't take it, it's a pain. He just sacrifices knight here. But if you go for this, knight to e2, and then bishop takes e2, you gotta lose your queen. You can't take the knight, the reason why, as I've told you here, guys, you can't take the knight. And here, Ian Nepomniachtchi realizes that and played queen to d3, attacking the knight. Again, just retreat the knight back. Why not? Takes, queen takes back. And here, queen to d7. Like, developing his knight again, because there is no threats now. Knight to d2. And then again, queen to g4. Queen g4, another mistake. Knight to e4 here. Alright, first of all, you can't capture because if you take that, there is a brilliant boom. Attack the queen, attack the king. You gotta take and lose your queen, lose the game. So you can't take this. Sindarov Javokhir played knight to f4, attacking the queen and trying to come in. He can't take because it's a pin. Alright? He takes the pawn, and this is a blunder. Here, engine says the position is just equal here. Ian Nepomniachtchi can play king to f1, and it's just equal right now. But at this point, Ian Nepomniachtchi played king to g2 because he's low on time. Yeah, he has 7 minutes on his clock, but he's low on time. The reason why he played king to g2. And Sindarov Javokhir just realized his mistake and played knight to f4 again. And after king to g1, he played rook to c8, the brilliant move. Who says rook to g8 is rook to c8 is a brilliant move here? He's just sacrificing his knight first of all. If you do, queen takes f3. Game would have continued like this if you go for these lines, like, and then like g takes f4, somewhere like g takes f4, you take this knight, and game would have continued like this. You gotta up an exchange, and game would have played like this, but after rook c8, Ian Nepomniachtchi played knight to h2, another mistake here, and Javokhir Sindarov, he found the brilliant move. Engine says this is not a brilliant, but it's a brilliant move, I think, because he sacrifices bishop. When you take this, this is checkmate here. The reason why you can't capture the bishop. You can't capture the bishop. And at this point, Ian Nepomniachtchi played king to h1. Engine says this is +4 for the black pieces. Queen to e2, another great move. Knight takes, queen takes, and attacks the queen here. And the queen to e2. And then he retreats the queen back because a lot of like attacks are coming. Rook to c2 are just joining and checkmates are coming. So you go to retreat the queen back and just protect this side and offer trading queen. And here Sindarov Javokhir plays rook to c2 anyway. He says that I'm completely on it to go for the trades. And he trades the pieces. And here he plays rook to c8, putting this rook to the open file. Reasonable move. After b4 takes, and this check, Ian Nepomniachtchi resigns. Why resigns? But because king h1. Here we can see knight to d3, attacking the bishop first of all, and another kind of checks are also coming. Bishop, you can play bishop d6 here, discarding this p, but after rook to a2. Another rook is also like joining the party and trying to smash. The reason why Ian Nepomniachtchi realizes that he's down an exchange and respectfully resigns.